Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Sabrine, and as you may hear, I have an accent because I am not an English person. Therefore, please don't take into account any of my mistakes if I make any. So I wanted to introduce you to my new YouTube channel that will be about women's wrestling in general. Women's wrestling in general have inspired me in my life for so long, and I wanted to do a project about women's wrestling since forever. And I first thought of a blog, but then I thought that YouTube is such a big platform that I should use it, and so this is why I'm doing this right now. In this channel, I will promote women's wrestling. I'm not affiliated to anyone, so I'm just doing this by myself. I will do videos about what's happening right now in the women's wrestling world, about other female wrestling federations, as well as my thoughts on some female wrestlers that you may or may not like, I don't know. The first video, as you can see it in the title, is an interview that I've had with Amy Dumas, aka Lita. I had the opportunity and the honor to interview her at the Wales Comic Con. She was very nice and she accepted to do it. And so I'm really thankful for that. I hope it went well. It's about women's wrestling in general. She just talks about how she feels about the women's revolution, her favorite women's wrestler right now. So I really hope that you will like it. And as every YouTuber would say, subscribe and tell me what you think of it and share it if you like it. So I let you listen to the interview, and I hope you will have a good thought of it.
So I'm standing here next to my favorite person on earth and one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time, Lita, aka Amy Dumas, aka Lita. So I just wanted to talk to you about female wrestling and the women's wrestling revolution in general. You've been working backstage with the female wrestlers in WWE. What were you doing what did you do with them?
I was just helping the girls kind of make the most of their matches. They're already super athletic and doing a great job, but a lot of them are still very young in the business, so I was just back there kind of trying to help them make the most of their time.
Okay. And how did you react after the Divas Revolution? I know you've been emotional after the match with Sasha Banks and Charlotte. We've seen it on the Raw press show. How did you feel about this whole thing?
I mean, it's kind of been a step-by-step, a long-term coming, so I feel like it's hard to say, like, how did you feel about the Divas Revolution, because that would be, it's just been an evolution of a long time coming. So, it's just great to see the progress of the women in general, and as they just continue to make strides and continue to work hard. It's great to see.
And do you feel a bit envious when you see that? I mean, do you wish you were taken as, the divas in your time were taken as seriously as them now?
I feel like I was taken seriously.
Yeah, you were, but I'm talking about the Brian Petty's match and stuff like that. How do you feel about that now?
I mean, I'm happy and proud of my career, and I'm happy and proud for these girls that are doing their thing now.
Okay, thank you. And what has been your favorite match since the women's revolution so far?
I mean, I think I would say WrestleMania last year. That was just like the biggest moment at that time, was for Charlotte and Becky and Sasha to go out there and, a main event level match with pyro and full entrances and everything like that. And then it's, maintained that level of notoriety and to see them just continue to keep stepping on these little stepping stones that they're planting for themselves.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on Total Divas?
I love watching Total Divas. It's like a guilty pleasure, but to me, it's like, not to me, to anyone. It has nothing to do with wrestling, and so it's just a show that happens to involve some women that also spend some time in the ring. So I think it should be watched for strictly entertainment. I don't think that there should be marks against the women that choose to be on that show versus the women that don't. It's just another avenue of entertainment, albeit completely different from the time that's spent in the ring.
Okay. And who's your current favorite female wrestler in general, not just WWE?
I think I'd go with Charlotte overall as being my favorite woman.
Okay. And how do you feel about being one of the biggest inspiration for many women's wrestlers right now? I mean, how do you feel about that?
It's a cool time right now. Trish and I have talked about this, that the women that are right now doing things were directly inspired by watching us in our matches, and they grew up watching us. And then that time will pass, and then it won't be that long. We'll blink, and then the women that will be in that ring, they will have watched Charlotte and Becky and Sasha and Bayley, and then they'll be there, So it's cool that the women right now that are there were directly inspired by us to fulfill the dream that they had.
Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you. Thank you.